Talk about the forecast, and it's a good time to talk about the forecast. Last week's snowfall pretty much gone, except for those in the areas where the sun hasn't hit it and melted it yet. But I'm telling you, by Friday, when it's 70, it ought to be out of here.
It's gone. It's gone. It was an awesome day out there. Temperature-wise, it felt great. Lots of sunshine. Look at that beautiful sunset this evening. This is looking from our Slim Chickens camera over towards Old Man. Gorgeous sky out there in the River Valley. A really nice sunset as well. Had a little bit of smoke up in the air. We had some controlled burns. 'Tis the season, right? Those often get going this time of the year, especially when those winds are out of the south. Clear skies out there into the overnight hours. Let's take a look at what the medium range data suggests. A lot of folks wondering, Scott, is winter over with? Well, I don't know if it's over with, but it's definitely on pause. Not only is this week going to be rather mild, our medium range outlook suggests between the first few days of March, we're likely to see above average temperatures. What becomes a little bit more interesting to us is we're also likely to see a more active weather pattern, bringing additional precipitation to the area, more than what we would typically expect. And that is certainly going to be reflected coming up tonight in the 10-day forecast. Things could get a bit more busy next week. In the meantime, things are pretty quiet. High pressure keeping our weather that way. Strong southerly flow. So not only are we warming up, a little bit more humidity out in the air as well. But we'll look at this guy right here. This old pesky cold front coming along the west coast. That's slowly but surely going to be tracking across the country, moving into our neck of the woods by Wednesday. This is what it could look like when it moves through the area. There may be just enough moisture to squeeze out a few scattered showers. Overall, it's not going to be a washout. In fact, I think more often than not, we'll probably end up being dry on Wednesday. A few of those spotty showers, though, will keep that chance at about 20%. Notice the winds. Those are going to shift out of the north behind this front. And what that's going to do for us, it's going to bring an end to those warmer temperatures, at least for a day or so. You'll notice 65 on Wednesday, down to the low 60s on Thursday. Even with that cold front, 60s in February, not going to complain about it one bit. Rebounding really quickly going into Friday, back in the upper 60s. And as things get a bit more active, as that storm track really amplifies late Sunday into Monday, and then going into the first few days of next week, those temperatures do come down a little bit, but still, we're trending well above normal for this time of the year. Waking up tomorrow morning, upper 30s, low 40s area wide. You might want to budget a few extra minutes on that morning commute. Here's why. I do expect some areas of patchy fog to develop. Not everyone sees it, but where it does, especially across northwest Arkansas, maybe some in east Oklahoma, you're probably going to have a little bit slower drive times just on account of that fog itself. Pretty quiet 7-day forecast. Best chance of rain Wednesday, not a big deal. Most of us probably stay dry. We'll watch for another batch of rain Sunday night into Monday. Most of that looks to happen overnight at this point. And while you don't see it right now, not in the 7-day forecast, you'll see it coming up tonight at the 10-day forecast. We are tracking a little bit more potent of a system, maybe around Tuesday of next week. It's an eternity away when it comes to the weather world, but it is showing some preliminary signs, some early signs that maybe there could be a little bit more organized in terms of storms, maybe even a severe storm or two. Is it anything to worry about? No, absolutely not. But as that forecast becomes more clear, we'll pass along those details. Just know this, we're tracking it for you very closely. It is that time of the year. We're transitioning away from winter into spring, and you got to watch these cold fronts really closely this time of year. You just never know.
Hopefully nothing wintry next week.
Yeah,
we've had our fill of that, I think.
You know, it's kind of one of those divisive things. I'm going to get hate mail either way.
I know.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't be upset if we were done with winter.
Me too.
I wouldn't be upset one bit.